Now, Algo Alpha is one that it has an extensive portfolio of things that's being traded. Okay, and I'm gonna show you, the things that those five categories that we have access to when it comes to those portfolios. But before I do that, I want to let you know that Algo Alpha is very similar to Omni, right? They do different things, have different functions, but this company uses institutional grade technology and software to mirror trade on your behalf. And so when I say institutional grade, I'm talking about the type of technology and algorithms that when you put your money in the bank, that they use to make 300% return on your money. Okay. And so now, instead of sitting your money in the bank, now you can sit your money with Algo Alpha. Okay. They have 3,000 plus users with over 3 years of trading results and data. All right. And when I say they've been back testing and back testing and back testing for years, making sure that what they have and what they're using is on par or if not better than what's out there. Guys, I'm just telling you that's what they do. Right. But our users choose the broker and you set up your trading account. You can switch brokers at any point in time at your discretion as long as they're available and they're compatible. Once you set it up, no manual management of trades is needed. Right. And I'm just telling you, I would suggest that you don't touch it. But if you feel like you must, you can also manage your account. You can add or withdraw funds at any time in your with that broker, and then the software has pause on off features and you can even activate trades yourself. Okay. And again, if you're not a trader, I would suggest you allow Algo Alpha to do it for you. Now, just like anything, when it comes to investing or trading, it involves risk. And so that's what this disclaimer is telling you. You can feel free to actually take a screenshot and read this on your own time. I'm not going to do that to you guys. That'd be a disservice. But here are five, of the strategies that Algo Alpha offers you. And what I'm going to show you and highlight is the actual returns on it. So this is the intelligent portfolio. This is one has been around for a little bit over 3 years. And in that time frame, it's actually produced 196% and growth. And I know it says 192 there. I'm gonna show you the upgraded slide in just a second, but think about that for a second. It's it's passive, but in 3 years, 196% in growth. Guys, if you did something, and I always use S&P 500 because S&P 500 is one of the longest standing investment tools that people use. And at its peak and consistently for years, it was doing 15 to 20% per year, which were amazing returns. Guys, that doesn't say at best, that's 60 if you just maxed out 20% per year, 60% in 3 years of growth. Here, we're talking about 192%. So you can see the contrast. Now, look at the next one here. This is crypto alpha. Okay, crypto alpha is on the whole entirely different side of the spectrum. This you're talking about, it moves, it's a little bit more volatile, it has higher risk, but guess what? It also has higher possibilities of gain as well. As you can see, 658% return or growth in over that 3 year span, right? Then you have the alpha trader. The alpha trader is in the middle between those two. All right, 419% of growth in the 2.5 to 3 years it's been around. Okay, and then Algo Alpha is the fourth one. This is one that they just launched around about September. 84%. Okay, I would say 80, 83 point something percent as an updated, but that's 4 or 5 months, in operation. Okay. And so when you look at those guys, again, we have all of those here, with, on this slide here on this chart. But the one that I want you to pay attention to right now is the gold alpha. Okay. And this, when I say this is the gold alpha, we get this question all the time. Hey, do you have, any algos that trade just gold, guys? And I want you to look at the slide. When you look at the return, of gold alpha, and it's been around, as you can see, for 1.2 years. The average return is 27.3% per month. right? And as I said, past, right, performance does not, represent what's going to happen in the future. But let me tell you a little bit about the recent past, right? Last month, 51%. Okay. We all know that gold moves, right? And that the ability to earn big time money and go have friends who trade gold, and that's all they trade. They don't have to trade anything else because they trade just gold. Okay. I have an account that I've been monitoring for the last past, I would say 3 weeks now, and the account started at $6,700, basically. Well, let me take that back. The account started at $7,000, and the market took a dip and it went back to $6,700. Okay, but from January 28th, $6,700, guys, as of today, is at $9,302. So we're talking about $2,600 in profit, you know, um, in less than 30 days, in about 28 days. We're talking about for the month of February alone, gold alpha is at 35% right now as we speak, as it sits. So this has created a huge, when I say a huge surge of interest in people coming on board into the community, just on this alone, right? We've already had great enrollments and people coming in on our tuition based on everything else that we offered, but I've never seen anything like this. And so you want to make sure, that when this is all said and done, you get back with that person who invited you because, they have the key and access to that. Now, when I look at Warren Buffett, guys, he has a quote, and the quote says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And I'm just, for most people, it's a fact, guys. And I've always followed him, as a junior entrepreneur. And, I've always been on some sort of residual income, passive income, where resources were working for me in my absence. And I really hope and pray that you adopt that same philosophy.